Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we are out fishing for new leaks on the upcoming season of Apex Legends and future content. We're going to go over everything we know and everything you guys need to know, but we're also going to go ahead and give out a Watson Prestige skin. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill, but without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. Season 26 of Apex Legends is almost upon us, and once again, Respawn is prepping the great Apex roller coaster to go up, down, sideways, and, possibly even explode mid-loop. We've seen it happen 1,000 times before. But before any of that happens, let's actually talk about everything we do know / think we know and really hope isn't true about what's coming in the next major update. From Fuse and Mad Maggie's leaked spotlight to summer skins so beachy they practically smell like sunscreen, although that's going to make a lot of Loba fans happy, to the Flatline Mythic glow up. And yes, we're getting more grenade skins. That's a thing Respawn's not doing, because if Apex has taught us anything in 2025, it's that nothing says live service shooter quite like reskinning thermite grenades and slapping a $160 price tag on your game. So buckle in, let's go ahead and first start off with Fuse and Mad Maggie. Season 26, according to a lot of leaks and data mines, is reportedly themed around Fuse and Mad Maggie, along with possibly a new map that takes place on Salvo. It's going to be 2 Assault class legends, maybe we see some buffs for that class, who have spent more time at the bottom of pick rate charts than a crypto scam in Bronze 4. On paper, it makes sense. Maggie and Fuse are narrative opposites, rebels from Salvo. Ideology, they are divided, and it's pretty narrative rich, and we haven't gone to that story in a long time. Mad Maggie obviously was introduced back in season 12. She's the anarchy Kiwi warlord who plays like a wrecking ball, literally. However, she sits pretty low in the pick rate charts. Why? Because Apex isn't just about counters, it's reliability, and Maggie's ball is anything but reliable in a vertical shooter where fights take place in 3 dimension and half the map is walls. Meanwhile, Fuse has suffered a slower death by being kind of obsolete in the current meta. Introduced in season 8, his whole identity revolves around ordnance. His tactical fire is a cluster grenade. His ultimate traps enemies in a circle of fire. However, he's currently, also at the bottom of the pick rates. Why? Because the game evolved past him. Since his release, Apex has added more movement tech, more defensive tools, more range pressure. Fuse's explosives are disruptive, but they're too slow, too loud, and too easy to avoid in a game where half the legends now can just basically dash away. What Respawn appears to be doing with Season 26 is a thematic reset, bringing these two back into the spotlight, likely with narrative relevance and maybe a mechanical overhaul. Mad Maggie could receive a rework that ties her ultimate more tightly to utility. Fuse also might get enhanced synergy with new grenade types, hint grenade skins, or even a mechanic where his explosion radius adapts dynamically. Then, of course, we're going to go ahead and talk about the Mythic Flatline because, well, it's not just a weapon skin, it's a philosophical statement about where Apex is headed. We finally got a look at what this will look like. You can see it on screen right now. The Mythic Flatline, revealed through the recent Reddit leaks, is a souped up version of the classic rifle we all know and love, but it's not pretty. It is apparently going to go ahead and actually function in an LTM that is coming up. It will only be available to start off with during a limited time mode, and if you like it, I guess you can go ahead and buy it. For years, Apex's monetization has followed a predictable but tolerable pattern. Depending on who you are, the tolerable is actually kind of up for debate. Battle Pass equals value, store bundles equal optional, and heirlooms are aspirational, but the Mythic weapon system breaks that. It's not really about progression anymore, it's about temporary exclusivity disguised as prestige. You grind or pay or both, and your reward, a cool weapon that you can go ahead and run around with if you didn't do the former battle passes. And now, of course, grenade skins, because we're getting those. You can see them on screen right now. There's one for the Thermite, Arc Star, and regular frag grenade. There's 2 actual color variations. One is kind of like a gold one. It kind of reminds me actually of Fuse, so that might be themed around him. The other one is the silver and purple styled ones, and then there's actually another red one that actually could be Mad Maggie. This last one appears to be caustic themed. Maybe that's just me that's thinking about that. At a certain point though, the monetization starts to feel like the core loop, not the combat, which is kind of a disappointment thing. And of course, we're gonna go ahead and get some summer skins. And they have leaked, and Apex fans are, how do we say this politely? I guess kind of feral. Loba, of course, is gonna be leading the charge. Her new summer skin is actually, pretty suggestive with its design. And let's be honest, Loba summer skins are basically Apex's answer to a stimulus package. They always increase engagement. But the season isn't just about the Queen of Simp Nation. Watson is getting a new BG skin, finally giving her main something to go ahead and forget the Prestige skin that just released for, because, well, why not? Conduit is also going to be joining the summer fun. And Sparrow, the newest legend, already has a seasonal skin despite being barely unwrapped from the lore machine. So this raises a critical issue. Character skins are no longer just cosmetic, they're once again engagement tools. Skins drive narrative placement. Narrative placement drives pick rate. Pick rate drives sales. In other words, if you get a good skin, you matter. If you don't, you're caustic. Sorry, bud. On top of that, we had the sleeper hit of the 1v1 Gauntlet LTM, which is basically the arenas with 1v1. It's been an absolutely fantastic mode, and it's going to go ahead and the abilities will be re-enabled soon. It might actually be just around the time of this video, which overall is pretty brilliant. This is what Apex has needed for years, because while Battle Royale is Apex's foundation, the game's true strength lies in its mechanical depth, wall balancing, tap strafing, 1v3 clutch potential. Those things shine brightest in controlled chaos, not in 20-team third-party fiestas. Respawn is literally sitting on a goldmine of content potential, but to really capitalize, they need to do what fans have been begging for, keeping some of these LTMs around as permanent modes. There's the Mario Kart leak that came out not too long ago, and apparently that's going to be something going on with Tridents, which I'm really excited to see because it's the first time we're getting an LTM that isn't actually focused around combat, it seems. But there is a storm cloud above all this. EA themselves have forecasted monumental decline for Apex Legends this year. Not a slight dip, not a we're pivoting to mobile excuse, a monumental decline. That's corporate code for if this doesn't turn around, we start reallocating resources. It means Apex Legends is at its inflection point, a crossroads between reinvention and redundancy, and so how Respawn handles Season 26 is going to be pretty key. All that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into community clips now. Don't forget to submit your own to me at Thordan Smash on Twitter, but without further ado, let's roll.
Thordan.
Shields are... I'm down.
On your feet, mate. Reloading. Jogan shooting at me. Stand back. Knuckle clusters firing. Knuckle clusters boost. You little ripper. Broke that enemy.
Well, unfortunately, everyone, we didn't catch any new fish. However, I hope you guys did enjoy the video on leaks for Apex Legends. Let me know down below what your guys' thoughts are. Also, don't forget to check out this video right here where I cover more news on Apex Legends on the daily. And until next time, everyone, keep slaying the Outlands. I'll see you out there.